Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is K Rain. Welcome to You Have Me Beat. So essentially, this is just like an extension of what I already do. I kind of want to use this platform as like a space to kind of just get into the nitty gritty, and it can show you like a little bit of like tips, tidbits when it comes to like music production. Yeah. So today we're gonna be making some beats for Drake. Only that we're gonna stick to stock plugins, right? Cause I have a crazy collection, but I wanna be able to apply this to like I want y'all to relate to it, you know? Even if you don't have like the full FL Studio, you know, if you just have like the demo version, we're kind of working on this together, right? So I have some loops and stuff that I already made years ago. I'm still kind of like an aspiring fill composer, so I have like a bunch of like arrangements, right? So we're gonna just try and chop one up and just see what we can do with it. So I loaded it up already, but I kind of, you know, set it at random. So we're just gonna see what it sounds like, and we're just gonna work with it. Karen sound in it. Karen sound in it. Karen sound in it. It's fire. Sounds like a Super Nintendo. Love when it rains. Okay, let's get to work. Karen sound in it. Karen sound in it. Karen sound in it. All right. Now we gotta stretch this out. Should be about there. Ooh, that's spooky. Karen sound in it. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so we got our foundation pretty much. Now we just want to build around it. So normally when I have like a melody already, you know, in the works, Then I add some drums to it. So we're just gonna leave that as that. And like I said, everything outside of the loop arrangement that I already have, we're just gonna use stock plugins, right? So I feel like drum pad is like the most reliable when it comes to drum sounds, snares, whatever, because it has so much in it. So we're just gonna use this one for now. Okay, one sec. Alright. Yeah, there's so much going on here. We're gonna stick to the hip hop kicks for now. Let's just see which one sounds the best. It's mad quiet. Hold on. This one's not too bad. So we're gonna stick with this one for now. Okay. Now let's just lay that down and let's add a snare. So using the same drum pad plugin, we're gonna find our snare. Again, we're gonna stick to the hip hop snares for now. I like this one. Kind of sounds like a rim snare off of like a real drum kit. This one's not too bad too. Ooh, this one's clean. We're gonna stick with this. Okay. So sometimes I'll just kind of play the loop or whatever, the little melody they have, and then try to add the drums to it. Sometimes I'll do reverse, like I'll make my own drums and then just make it try to fit whatever melody I have going on in the background. So we're gonna try both ways and see which one works better. So we're gonna start off by adding drums to the loop, and then if it doesn't sound nice, we're gonna try it the other way around. So in order to do that, click on the pattern first and then drop it in the mix, and then you can just add the sounds. Hold on. Why is it acting up right now? It's actually tweaking out, sorry. Whatever, I'll fix it later. Too fast. Let's slow it down. That's better. almost sounds like doo-doo right now, but we're just kind of laying the foundation, right? It's gonna sound nice in a minute. Hold on. So we're gonna work with that for now. Let's crank these up. And let's bring the loop down. Okay, so now that we have our drum foundation down, we can start to isolate the track. We break it down to two. So it's kick and snare. So we're just gonna clone this and reorganize it. All right. So this is pattern 2. We're just gonna call this snare. And then just get rid of the kicks. Then go back to pattern 1, call it kicks. And get rid of the snare, right? So I don't want it to sound too repetitive, so sometimes you can just, keep adding on to the same pattern, or you can clone it and just kind of like rename it like kick part 2, kick 2, whatever. But we're just gonna make it really long because this is just kind of like a demo tutorial. Sound in it. K-Rain sound in it. K-Rain sound in it. K-Rain sound in it. K-Rain sound in it. Actually, you know what? K-Rain. I do this sometimes too, so I kind of just take what I already added and just copy paste. And then, try to switch it up a little bit. That's another way to do it. It's the same thing for the snare. Just go to your piano roll. Copy, paste. And then you can, make some little tweaks so it's not too repetitive, right? But if you want repetitive, then that's on you, bro. All right. K-Rain sound in it. K-Rain sound in it. K-Rain sound in it. Sound in it. Alright, it's still sounding a little weak, but at least we have our core foundation there, right? And that's really all that matters. you just have to make some, adjustments. So I think the first thing we want to do, I don't want to add any like plugins that I normally use, like for now, just for the sake of this little demo tutorial. So what you can do, if you, for example, I don't like how the drum sounds, but at least we have, something to work with. We're gonna pitch it down. Okay, we're gonna go back to the piano roll. And just bring it down a couple steps. K-Rain sound in it. K-Rain sound in it. K-Rain sound in it. At least now it has a little bit more weight. Now the snare's a little bit loud, so let's just bring that down a bit. K-Rain sound in it. Like I normally don't do things like this, but this is for beginners, you know what I mean? So same thing with the snare. The snare sounds okay, I guess. It just depends, the vibe you're going for. Sound in it. No, but it's always good to experiment. Sound in it. Oh, that's weird. So this snare sound, it's not really changing no matter where I move it. K-Rain sound in it. I guess we're gonna use that for now. Now I think the only thing we need to add in is just maybe some hi-hats and like a little bit of bass. But there is bass in the sample already, but we can just beef it up a little bit, you know what I mean? But let's find some hi-hats. We're gonna stick with the same plugin, the drum pad plugin. So they got hip hop, industrial. Let's try the lo-fi hats. K-Rain sound in it. It doesn't really matter what you use because you can always just tweak it to your liking, but you gotta start somewhere. K-Rain sound in it. This one has a little bit of distortion, more vintage sounding. Ooh. Speak of the devil, more distortion. K-Rain sound in it. Oh, I like this one. It's an open hat, but it's like pitched up, so it kind of sounds like a hi-hat. we're gonna use this one. So just like I did with a kick and snares, we're gonna put it in the mix already, so we can, you know, match it to the loop. Yeah, there we go. That sounds good to me. So this is something I don't want to change, so I can just copy paste it, you know, and just leave it like that.
Sound in it.
Sounds good to me. The cool thing about a lot of these stock plugins is like they already kind of come mixed, you know. You don't have to do too much, but the next step would, you know, essentially be EQing. And that's pretty much either adding or removing, you know, frequencies.
Sound in it.
But for the sake of this demo, I think we're just gonna leave it as is. Another thing I like to do just to make sure that it actually sounds nice is I move, you know, the tempo a little bit and just see, you know, how it sounds in different tempos, you know, because sometimes it can change the vibe drastically. Sometimes it still maintains that same vibe, it just hits different. So we're gonna do that. Sad boy hours, you know, it changed the whole vibe. This is fire. Oh, that's way better. What? Sad boy hours. I like it. Alright, I'm happy with this, okay? So we're probably gonna wrap this up here.
Sound in it.
so we're gonna wrap it up there. If you want like a part two, we can do a part two, and I can show you like, a little bit more. We can either add on to the same beat, or we could just try like a different loop, and then I can show you like some more tips along the same, the same path as what we're working on here. My main channel is just K-Rain Sound. You could subscribe to me there. Subscribe here if you're new. Instagram, I have an Instagram for this account too. It's kind of brand new, just at You Have Me Beat. And then my Instagram, for K-Rain Sound, you can just find me there too. And yeah, if you're interested in signing up for some lessons, just send me an email at karensound@outlook.com, or just find me on Instagram. Just hit me up there. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna keep using this space, because I like getting into the nitty gritty. I'm really into just process, just figuring out how things work, how to like unwork things, reconstruct things, change things up, make them better, make them, I don't know, not as good, and then make them good again. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I want to do here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for joining me, and tune in, I guess. All right, cool.